This is a brief summary of my today's presentation under this EXPLORICA 2.0 organized by LBS Institute of Technology in India. Certainly a very, very important effort by the student leaders who have done this wonderful effort to bring experts on many different topics. I was asked to focus on the scope of engineering in building a sustainable environment, and I brought also the focus to this holistic approach where we look into social, economic, and environmental related matters for sustainable development. And the sustainable development goals, all 17 of them, every one of those goals need better technology, better engineering, and a lot of innovation. Innovation related to energy systems, innovation related to more and reliable availability of water, and systems related to making sure the nature-based solutions for environment as well as the engineering solutions can work together. The ICTs, the role of robotics, the nanotechnologies. So we need to put the right emphasis on the technology and engineering and technology from the point of view of technopreneurship, but also very importantly, how do we consider the environmental impacts and the role of technology and role of engineering from the point of view of managing disasters under the Sendai framework for disaster risk reduction, for accelerating the SDGs, all 17 of them, for example, no poverty, no hunger, making sure the environment is properly considered, environment above ground and environment underwater, and also taking care of the targets under the Paris Agreement, the climate change related aspects under the SDG number 13. So we have to think beyond our disciplines, we have to think in a transdisciplinary way. We have to empower all stakeholders, including environment as a legitimate stakeholder. So climate justice, environmental justice, those are very important aspects. And also very importantly, the role of women in science, engineering, and technology, very critical. And I introduce UNESCO special programs like the L'Oreal UNESCO program on women in science, also the special efforts for training for the women engineers, and the emphasis on gender under STEM education. So these are important areas which need to go beyond disciplines, to think beyond the individual projects, take systems view, and bring environment very, very carefully. In COVID, certainly there has been some positive aspects for the environment as lesser fossil fuels have been used. But at the same time, many people have lost their jobs, especially those people away from big cities in locations where they have to go back to the natural resources, like, for example, cutting of the forest for their basic livelihoods. So how do we take care of them? The people who are taking care of the environmental aspects, the professionals not being able to go to the field. So those kind of challenges are there. In the long run, with the use of ICTs and teleworking, maybe we will be entering into a new normal where there may be lesser carbon footprints, and the projects are carefully considered. The disciplines are also improving their understanding of the environment. Holistic approaches are emerging. The concepts like sustainability science and our role within the biosphere, they are very critical. And in this regard, the engineering profession, its accreditation systems, the mobility of engineers, and the role of women engineers is becoming more and more important. If there will be a sustainable world, which is everyone's desire, and all of us certainly want to be part of it, women engineers and technologists have to play a very big role as leaders to take us forward. And that's where we need to make sure there should be no gender bias, and women technologists and engineers should be given the right kind of recognition, and they must have right career progression and proper pay for all of them. So I congratulate the student body for LBS Institute of Technology for Women for organizing this Explorica 2.0. and look forward to the forthcoming webinar series from other experts as well. And I invite our colleagues to actively link with UNESCO programs with the regional office here in Jakarta and our office in New Delhi. So certainly we are very proud of your effort and we fully support this excellent initiative.